Hello and welcome to another episode of Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. Today is Wasabi, Walnut, What's Hurting My Tummy Thursday? Because I missed yesterday. So I've got an hour commute now, so I can't squeeze my time in as I've liked to. But that's okay, because it fits right into the theme of the week, suffocating. Feel like I'm drowning. Ooh. Actually, feels like we're in a fireball. Hell of a time to come to the West when they're seeing some of the worst fires in decades. That's what I get. My last name, Burns. Brad Burns. Your host, Brad Burns. Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge. So today, what are we talking about in suffocation? Why is my tummy hurting when I'm suffocating? Well, I've mentioned this before, and I'd like to continue mentioning it. Do I have a boogie? Oh, no. I don't think so. I'm all right. When we're in stress, our body goes into fight, flight, foul, freeze, or fawn. There's actually several options. But with that, what your body doesn't do is induce peristalsis, or that calm ringing of your gastrointestinal system that absorbs, moves, and creates doo-doo from foo-foo. So, what does that mean for when we're in the hospital? First of all, I don't know if you're anything like me, but I hate the hospital. I can't stand it. It terrifies me. That's actually true. Well, it's true every week. Alright. Hospital. Ugh, terrifies me. Because it's where all the sick people go. They bring them all to one place. Kind of odd, if you ask me. But I share that with patients, really, because you don't come into the hospital looking your best. This fella in particular has it's pretty rare diagnosis, or admitting chief complaint. It's cardiac arrest. His chief complaint is that his heart wasn't beating. I'm going to leave a terrible Yelp review if you don't do something about this hospital. So anyways, his heart comes back. You know how I know that? Because he's able to tell me. Not that, of course. Just that he's alive. He's telling me without saying it, if you know what I mean. This poor guy hasn't eaten in better part of a month. Because he may have not had the best introductory course to hospital medicine. He actually didn't know what his call light was until this last shift. That plus, that's us. There's a plus sign because not all nurses are women with hats anymore, so they've taken that symbol off of most call lights and made it just a cross. Yeah. So he hasn't eaten the better part of a month, and his body is still exhaustively going through fight, flight, fawn, freeze, foul. He's trying to figure out things that are not really going to get into his long-term memory at this time while he's running from a bear. My director of nursing would talk about it because she didn't really know how to explain it as well as what she knew and how it was so in-depth. But she knew it had to do with understanding the sympathetic nervous system versus the parasympathetic nervous system and what happens in between the two. Healing, you hope. But healing is not best done in the hospital. You need to get out. We need to fix you and get you out. And if you can't stay, if you can't be fixed and stabilized and moved out, it becomes life support. It becomes a place where you're not quite fully alive and not allowed. You're not allowed to die in many ways. Fuck, what was the point of this? This dude hasn't eaten in the better part of a month because he has liver failure on top of kidney failure and an airway issue because his esophagus has a little tear right at the esophageal gastro junction. So every time he drinks, has a sip of ice, takes his medicine, he's reminded that he has to swallow blood. So he's got hiccups. He's got blood sucking through this little Mr. Thirsty we have on the wall. He self-extubated himself. He pulled his tube out because he's not going to be well enough in the parameters of fixed to get him extubated and out of the hospital because his alcohol abuse has gone so far that he's a highlighter. His eyes look like dog piss. Like yellow, dehydrated dog piss. And we're at 6.5 minutes and I'm rambling. Point being, thank you for listening. Wasabi Walnut, What's Hurting My Tummy Thursday. What happens in a hospital is not magic. The public needs to know how close it is to being life support and to have those hard talks with your family early on. Because, I'm sorry, being big and fat is a death sentence. COVID is really letting us know that early. It's a death sentence. Doesn't matter when or if. It's a matter of when. And it's too early. You'll feel it, and you'll know that it's too early. So please, just, do a plank 1 minute a day, 30 seconds a day, whatever you can do. You'll feel better for it. And your brain juices will thank you. 7 minutes and 42 seconds. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow on Forgive My Foul Mouth Friday. Oh, yeah, that's right. I took a week off. I've got extra space in my bites. Yeah!